Hello lovers, hello lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Hilma Daniel, and please do subscribe, do like the videos if you like them, and comment down below also. Comment on the videos, please. But please subscribe, it's for free, please do subscribe so that we become a huge community, so that we discuss things that matters and we can learn from different situations. We are a learning in progress. In this life thing, you don't really say you have got it together. You keep learning and you keep learning and you keep learning. Today I am here to say, sis, I'm talking to sisters out there. No matter how in love you are, do not become a housewife. No matter how in love you are, do not become a housewife. I remember when I was very, very young, randomly, my mother said to us, I don't know who was there, but my mother said to us, and she said, I would say it in my language. She said to us, she said that, and not for once do I take that for granted. It registers with me until today. And I started growing up. We were still young. I started growing up. I observed how women are treated in relationships. And in most cases, it's so sad that even if you find the number of men seated, even at a bar and at an occasion, if they bring a topic of women and start talking about women, trust me, it's not things that you would want to hear being discussed. Most of the time when men are together like this, having a topic about women, it's not nice things. It's despicable things, and it's so hurtful things. Whether they go treat their women good at home, really out in the society, men are, maybe now because women are starting to speak up, but really honestly, I am not impressed. And let us do better. Let us do better, maybe so that one day in future, things won't be as they were or as they are. We are not saying they don't love us. They do love us, but there are so many things that they don't, we're not saying they don't care, that there are just too many things that men do that are wrong, but they think they should be doing because society have put it that it's a man, he should be doing such things. Now when I say that, no matter how in love you are, do not become a housewife. I have reasons why. I remember sharing this same thing with one of my friends. When she got married, she became a housewife back in the days. I remember I was still very young, and I told her not to become a housewife. And years later, she came back to me with specific complaints that some of the things I warned her about, but she was still a child. And sometimes when you also don't experience things, you don't know what people are talking about. But then she goes like, I wish I would have taken this and this and this. I wish I would have taken this advice, ABC, ABC. So I'm not telling her story because it's not my story to tell. And I am not saying anything bad about her situation. I'm just putting it out there to say that if most housewives have to come out and start speaking out, we will hear things. Now, why am I saying that do not be a housewife no matter how in love you are with your partner? Number one, we live in a world where we have so many things that goes on around us, and independence is everything. Everybody wants to be independent. You cannot be dependent of the next person. There's no freedom there. Freedom. Let me say, for instance, you just want to wake up and eat what you want or drink what you want. You might not have that freedom because then you don't have the finances to do so. You have to ask the next person if you can do this for you to do it. So the freedom, you don't have it. You lose it completely. We find ourselves in situations whereby sometimes you just want to spoil yourself as much as you want. If you have excess money left for entertainment after you pay these expenses, now you have to rely on the other person just to treat you. But if you had your own money, you could treat yourself. And trust me, believe me, I am not talking to women that you are looking for jobs but you're not finding jobs. That's a different situation, and please do not get sensitive over this. We are talking about people that just makes a decision that me, I want to become a housewife, or the man asks you, don't work, you don't need to work, I'll provide, and you say yes, when you know perfectly well that you can get a job, or you're quitting your job just to become a housewife. I'm talking to such people. I'm not talking to, or you are a graduate and you can get a job but you're not looking for jobs because you are a housewife. Secondly, I have a baby, and trust me, a baby's a lot of work. That's why I've made it a point to say during free hours, I would rather come back home to spend time with my baby, because so that I just relieve my assistant, my nanny, of this duty. So that she just rests a little bit, because at the end of the day, she's tired also. She's human. Imagine you are with the baby, 2 baby, 3 baby, 4 baby, which either number you choose to have babies, alone in the house, no nanny. You are cooking, you are cleaning, you are. To me, it's tiring. I'd rather have an assistant and I go to work and come back home and do what needs to be done. Just somebody do the work at home, physical work, and then I sit on the computer and then type what I want, come home, get paid for it. Much better. Second, there are moments where you are not in good terms. You argue. There's no way where you are going to tell me that you two are two people that are together and you are happy every day. It's impossible. There are those days where you are not going to be happy with one another. You need money to buy tomatoes they buy there across the road. You are not talking to one another. What do you do? What do you do? You are in those moments, you need money. What do you do? Or you are in those moments, you don't have pets, and then the period starts, what do you do? You are not talking to the next person. What do you do? There is a difference. If you are doing your businesses, that is work. You just don't have a job where you go work, but you are doing businesses. That's you are working. The most important part is having money, and your own money. Now, another thing that I do not understand is that men are men. Don't think you're special. If they can treat all those women like that, don't think you're special. And I need every woman to put that at the back of their brain. Just leave room at the back of your brain that if other women can be treated like that, you are not special. If other women can be treated like that, you are not special. We have men that were so in love with women, and then just like that, poof, the man is gone outside the house. He got somebody beautiful. And then he leaves the woman at home, and then he is out in the streets with a different woman. Should that situation happen and you do not have a job, God forbid, we are not saying it's going to happen, but should it happen, because it's happening to other women and it can happen to anybody, should it happen to you, how do you address this situation when you don't have a job? And he is a provider, and he's now providing for his girlfriend and his family outside there, and you are left at home alone. How do you then, with your children, how do you then handle that situation? How? We have in-laws. We have in-laws in life that can be very dramatic. Not all in-laws are problematic, but some in-laws, they are very, very problematic. Should you get one of those problematic in-laws and you are just here chowing their son's money, how do you handle that situation? At least when you have your own money and they are trying to be problematic, it's a different story. You can go like, okay, for as long as we bring this money in the house, the rest of the money, you can spoil your people. I can do spoil my people or do whatever I want to do with money, my money. Then it's fine. I mean, the house activities are done. Excess money is just excess money. We can do whatever with it. We decide whether we grow or we chop. We chop it for now. We grow later. We chop it. It's up to us. Such situations, what do you do? Money makes things easy in life because everything runs around money. You want new clothes or just is something that you want to buy but you don't have money. What do you do? Every time, can you please give me? Can you please give me? When he starts misbehaving and you are just up to here, tired of his shit, what do you do? He's the one with money, you don't have anything, you're just in the house. What do you do? As a woman, what do you do? What do you do? He dies. He dies tomorrow. He is gone. Not even sure whether he left the policy behind or he does not leave a policy behind. He just dies tomorrow. He's gone. What do you do with your children? What do you do? Or maybe sometimes the policy is just enough to pay off the house. If you guys have a house, for example, and then the rest of the money is not really enough anymore to live on a daily to cover daily expenses. What do you do? What do you do as a woman? What do you do? Really, honestly, I don't think we are even in an era where we can compare where we are with where our grandparents were. Not because not even our parents were there, were housewives. Where our grandparents were, because our grandparents, there was no education. Education came later and people started working later. I mean, just what do you do if these things happens to you? What do you do? Or maybe he leaves money, the family members comes fighting for inheritance. There is a quote that somebody said, and then they said that you do not know who people are until it comes to inheritance. Even with siblings, they say you do not know how you love one another until it comes to inheritance. You do not know. So we should be very careful about these things. If people comes fighting for their child's things, what do you do? Because truly me, if the family comes fighting for their child's assets, I'll tell them, take your child things, do not touch my things. My things are mine and my children's, and go in peace. I am not at a stage in my life of fighting for anybody's child's work hard and money. I am an adult and we came together to build together, not for you to take care of me. I'm not your child. I'm a wife. We are wife and husband. We are not here to take care of one another in that sense. We are not babies. We are adults. Now, should that happen, what do you do? Just what do you do? It really comes to my brain, and sometimes you just want to close all the loopholes, as in to say that sometimes in life you must be careful. You cannot open too many loopholes in your life. The question is, close all of them. What do you do? If all of these things happens, what do you do? If he decides to just disrespect you one day because you are not even working, you are useless, you are just home, you are not doing anything, what do you do? What do you do? Yeah. Comment down below what your thoughts are regarding this housewife thing. But as in for me, those are one of the questions that runs at the back of my brain when it comes to yeah, trends at the back of my mind when it comes to being a housewife. When somebody is you met and you fell in love with is taking care of you like that to that extent, or just somebody, oof, I cannot, or maybe somebody just decides one day to get physical with you. What do you do? Where do you go with these children? Or maybe somebody just decides to become a drunkard one day or abusive one day. What do you do? What do you do? Just coming beating people in the house. What do you do? Do you settle? Where do you go? I love money. I feel like money gives us freedom of movement, freedom of speech. There's a certain level of respect that comes with it. Um, and it makes life easier, and it helps us take care of things that needs to be done. So now I'm just like, if we can try to all be independent, and in this world also, things are very expensive, houses are millions in towns, and you can't expect one person to do all these things. At least if you two are helping one another, it's much better rather than only one person doing it. But should he also just have enough money and he wants you to be a housewife, are you prepared for what the disrespect that comes with you just being a housewife? If he just decides to start cheating around, what do you do? What do you do? If he just decides to be mixing you up with women, what do you do? If now you are in a situation where you are not okay with it, because we have people in life that are okay, they don't mind if their husbands are out there with women, they don't mind, but there are people that minds. But if you are on the other side of the coin where you mind, what do you do? Well, yeah, let us wrap up, and comment down below, and yeah, comment down below, and give your thoughts on this whole being housewife thing. Is it a good idea? And also share your thoughts on to why you think it's a good idea. Maybe I am personally missing something, but that is what I believe in. But we are different people. We believe in different things. Maybe you believe in something different. How about you come forth and you discuss with us? Yeah, discuss with us your thoughts on this whole thing. See you in my next video. Bye.